ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا مولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين. وقال تعالى قل هذه سبيلي يدعو إلى الله على بصيرة أنا ومن اتبعني وسبحان الله وما أنا من المشركين. وقال تعالى ادع إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن إن ربك هو أعلم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو أعلم بالمهتدين. وقال تعالى قال رب إني دعوت قومي ليلا ونهارا فلم يزدهم دعائي إلا فرارا وإني كلما دعوتهم لتغفر لهم جعلوا أصابعهم في آذانهم واستغشوا ثيابهم وأصروا واستكبروا استكبارا ثم إني دعوتهم جهارا ثم إني أعلنت لهم وأسررت لهم إسرارا فقلت استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا يرسل السماء عليكم مدرارا ويمددكم بأموال وبنين ويجعل لكم جنات ويجعل لكم أنهارا. وقال تعالى يا أيها الرسول بلغ ما أنزل إليك من ربك وإن لم تفعل فما بلغت رسالته. وقال تعالى وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ليبلغ الشاهد منكم الغائب. وقال عليه السلام من دعا إلى حسنة كان له من الأجر مثل أجور من تبعه لا ينقص ذلك من أجورهم شيئا أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ما قال ربنا وخالقنا ورازقنا من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Everybody recite the Sharif. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Respected elders, brothers, friends, first of all we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his ni'mas. We always have to be grateful to Allah. Shukr is a big ni'mat. May Allah give us tawfiq to do shukr of Allah all the time for all his ni'mats. Zahiri, batini, what we can see, what we can't see. We have to do shukr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah give us tawfiq to perform maghrib namaz with jamaat. May Allah accept our humble ibadat. May Allah be pleased with us. Respected elders, brothers, this majlis is special majlis. This masjid, we can say, is markaz of da'wah. And we take the da'wah work from here. We go around people's houses, knocking on their doors and calling them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this work of calling people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not something new. Is the work of Anbiya alayhimus salam. Nuh alayhi salam, أول رسول بعثه الله إلى الخلق. The first messenger sent to the makhluk for calling towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meaning before Nuh alayhi salam, there was no kufr shirk. From time of Adam alayhi salam, Shis alayhi salam, humanity was progressing slowly. कुफर नहीं था, शिरक नहीं था. लेकिन जब नूह अलैहिस्सलाम का ज़माना है, वहाँ कुफ्र शिरक शुरू हुआ. अल्लाह पाक ने सबसे पहले नूह अलैहिस्सलाम को भेजा दावत के लिए. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained the method of da'wat of Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam in Quran Sharif in 29th Sipara in Surah Nuh. I recited the ayat to you. You must have understood the meaning and message of those ayat. قَالَ رَبِّ إِنِّي دَعَوْتُ قَوْمِي لَيْلًا وَنَهَارًا. I invited and called my community by night and by day. فَلَمْ يَزِدْهُمْ دُعَائِي إِلَّا فِرَارًا. But they kept on running away. وَإِنِّي كُلَّمَا دَعَوْتُهُمْ لِتَغْفِرَ لَهُمْ جَعَلُوا أَصَابِعَهُمْ فِي آذَانِهِمْ. When I invited them so that you may forgive them, they would thrust their fingers in their ears. कान में उंगलियां ठोस के भागते थे. وَاسْتَغْشَوْا ثِيَابَهُمْ. And they covered their eyes with their clothes so they can't see me. وَأَصَرُّوا. And they were stubborn. Ziddi. وَاسْتَكْبَرُوا اسْتِكْبَارًا. Takabbur, proudly, haughty. Why should we listen to you? Why should we follow you? ثُمَّ إِنِّي دَعَوْتُهُمْ جِهَارًا. I called them out in the opening, in their shopping malls, let's say for example, open public places, in their weddings, functions. I used to go out there and call them, please don't do kufr, don't do shirk, come to Allah. ثُمَّ إِنِّي أَعْلَنْتُ لَهُمْ وَأَسْرَرْتُ لَهُمْ إِسْرَارًا. I called them in public, I called them in secrecy. I went to their homes, I spoke to them one-to-one conversation. فَقُلْتُ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا. I told them, believe in Allah, seek forgiveness from Him. You can't seek forgiveness from Allah until you believe in Him. So believe in Tawheed, oneness of Allah, and ask Him to forgive you. He is Ghaffar. إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا. You are in need of rain. बारिश नहीं है, 3 साल से कहत है. अल्लाह बारिश भेज देंगे. يُرْسِلِ السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِدْرَارًا. सोर से बारिश आएगी. Heavy rain will come. وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ. Allah will give you children, Allah will give you wealth and mal. وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ جَنَّاتٍ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ أَنْهَارًا. Allah will give you gardens, baghat, orchards, fruit, vegetables, खाने पीने की चीजें. Allah will give you rivers which will flow and you can take that water. However, they didn't listen. You see the beautiful manner of da'wat of Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam. Going to people's home, talking to them one-to-one. This is called gasht. Going around, knocking on people's doors. Started from Nabiyon wala kaam. Paygambars, prophets used to do it. And then prophets kept on coming. After Nuh alayhi salam, Hud alayhi salam, Salih alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam. Then Anbiya of Bani Israel, Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam. More or less 124,000 prophets. 25 of them mentioned in the Quran. And many Allah did not mention to us. Because many times, at one time, there were plenty of prophets. Like over here, we are in Suriname. We have various areas. So one prophet in Nickerie, for example, one in Paramaribo, one here, one there, one there. So at one time, there would be many, many prophets. And so this is how the number of prophets is 124,000. Let's see, Musa alayhi salam, with him his brother Harun alayhi salam is prophet, and his khadim and attendant Yusha bin Nun is prophet. So there are prophets around him. So this is why this large number of Anbiya alayhi salam. Now, Anbiya alayhi salam keep coming until among Bani Israel, the last Nabi to come is Sayyiduna Isa alayhi salam. After Sayyiduna Isa alayhi salam, no Nabi. 600 years pass. Allah doesn't send any Nabis. And the world is going through chaos because Nabis come, they bring lots of good. They bring rahmat, they bring mercy, they make du'as, they invite people. So in the da'wah work and in the inviting to Allah, there's lots of barakat, rahmat, For 600 years this is stopped. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepares the way for Khatamun Nabiyyin, Sayyidul Awwaleen wal Akhirin, Rahmatul lil Alameen, Shafi'ul Muzlimeen, Ahmad Mujtaba, Muhammad Mustafa, Sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa baraka wa sallama tasliman wa sharrafa wa karram. Allah sends Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and makes him the last and final prophet. He is doing that same work. At the age of 40, Allah blesses him with prophethood. In Ghar Hira, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, khalaqal insana min alaq. And Jibreel Islam comes, tells him, Ya Muhammad, innaka Rasulullahi haqqan. You are Allah's Rasul in truth. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is blessed with that huge responsibility, zimmedari of calling people to Allah, inviting people to Allah. In the beginning, he has to do it secretly. Because before him, some people had come and called people to Tawheed, but the mushriks had immediately killed him. So it's a very risky work. Because if you go out and tell them there is only one God, then the mushrikeen will attack you. Maar dalenge mushrik to. They used to object. أَجَعَلَ الْآلِهَةَ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدًا إِنَّ هَذَا لَشَيْءٌ عُجَابٌ وَانْطَلَقَ الْمَلَأُ مِنْهُمْ أَنْ امْشُوا وَاصْبِرُوا عَلَىٰ آلِهَتِكُمْ إِنَّ هَذَا لَشَيْءٌ يُرَادٌ مَا سَمِعْنَا بِهَذَا فِي الْمِلَّةِ الْآخِرَةِ إِنْ هَذَا إِلَّا اخْتِلَاقٌ. Is Muhammad saying there is only one God? Then what's going to happen to all these idols of ours? This is all fabrication. We don't believe in Muhammad. So they used to object and on the Prophet ﷺ. His life was at risk. They had attempted to take his life as well. Qatl karne ki koshish bhi ki. Gale mein phanda dal diya aur strangle kar diya. Allah ne bachaya. Aur tarah tarah se raaste mein kaante bichaye. Kya kya takleefein di. So in the beginning, Prophet ﷺ used to invite people to Allah secretly. For some time, he called his family members, invited them. There is hadith in the books of Sirat that he told Sayyiduna Ali al-Murtaza karramallahu wajhahu to prepare some food. He slaughtered one goat and cooked the leg of the goat, and he brought one bowl of milk. Bakre ki ek टांग पकाई और एक प्याले में दूध लाई और कहा कि बनु हाशिम के हमारे खानदान वालों को बुलाओ. So they were invited. Banu Hashim were invited for da'wat food, and Abu Talib came, Abu Lahab came, and all the Banu Hashim people came. Now Prophet ﷺ fed them. Now in that food they saw the mu'jiza of the Prophet ﷺ, because there was about 30 people and that food was not so much, it was only a little bit. One of them could have ate all that on his own. But 30 people ate from the meat and drank from the milk, but it was still as it was, there was no reduction in it. And they saw this mu'jiza of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, taqseerut ta'am. But when, after they finished the dawah, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, I want to give you something, gift you something which is good for you and for all of us. We are Banu Hashim, we are one family. Allah has made me Rasul, and we have to believe in one Allah and give up this shirk. Abu Lahab immediately stood up and said, is this why you called us for your da'wah? We shouldn't have eaten your food. Get away from here. We're not going to believe in you. And he took and tell everyone, go, this was from here. So this was how in the beginning, right in the beginning, this type of secret work started. But then the word got out, and Prophet ﷺ was told, فَاصْدَعْ بِمَا تُؤْمَرْ وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. Proclaim what you have been told to do and turn away from the mushrik. Don't pay attention to them. So Prophet ﷺ climbs on Mount Safa and he calls everyone. Ya Bani Hashim, Ya Bani Abdul Muttalib, Ya Bani Fulan, Ya Fulan, Fulan, Fulan. And they all gather. Now he's on the top of the mountain and they are at the bottom. And he asked them, if I was to tell you that there is an army behind this mountain and they're going to attack you, will you believe me or not? Of course we will believe you. We will never experience any kizm and lie on you. आप कभी झूठ नहीं बोले, सच्ची होगी आपकी बात. तो फरमाया फइन्नी नज़ीरुन लकुम बैन यदै अज़ाब शदीद. I am warning you before the severe azab of akhirat comes on you. If there was an army and to attack you, then you would most think what you would die. But if the azab of Jahannam comes to you, you will be in the azab and you won't die as well. So that is more bad. You have to fear that more than fearing this army. I am at a hot place, high position, high place. I can see both sides. I can see that side of the mountain. I can see this side of the mountain as well. Similarly, I am a Rasul of Allah. I can see this dunya and I can see the akhirat. I can see what's going on over here and I can see the akhirat, Jannah, Jahannam and everything there as well. So I am warning you, if you insist on this kufr and this shirk, you will have to suffer. So please, please, please give up this kufr and shirk. But they said, no, Abu Lahab again, Tabban laka sa'iran liyawmali, haza jama'atana. Is this why you called us over here? May you be destroyed and doomed. Astaghfirullah, halak ho jao, tabah ho jao. Isliye humko yahan bulaya. And he dispersed everyone. Allah Pak revealed, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab ma aghna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab, sayasla naran dhata lahab wa imratuhu hammalat al-hatab fi jidiha hablum min masad. But the Prophet ﷺ keeps on doing the work. Time passes on. Those who follow him are slowly increasing. In 5 years' time, he only has 40 followers. 5 साल की मेहनत के बाद आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के मानने वाले कितने थे? सिर्फ और सिर्फ 40. कितने थे? 40. Only 40. 5 years hard work and only 40 people believed in him. But he never gave up. Sayyidina Umar embraced Islam in the year 5 after Nubuwwat. He was the 40th person to embrace it. 40th man. There were women and children, but 40 men. 40th man was Sayyidina Umar radiallahu. Then, in the year 7 after Hijrah, the mushrikeen started, increasing their torturing, azab, and abusing insult. Prophet ﷺ gave the Sahaba permission to do hijrat, migrate to Habsha. So those many believers went to Habsha. Then Prophet ﷺ was sent in Shabi Abi Talib, boycott, social boycott, for 3 years. Then year 10 they come out. But now, alhamdulillah, followers are little bit increasing. When Prophet ﷺ comes out from there, Abu Talib dies, Hazrat Khadija radiallahu anha dies, and Prophet ﷺ is to be shaken. He goes to Taif. But the people of Taif also reject him. They throw stone at him. They make him bleed. Allah sends azab on them. Allah said, if you want, I can send azab on them. The Prophet ﷺ said, no, please don't send azab on them. Maybe their progeny, their children, unki awlad, Allah ki ibadat karegi. Unko azab na bhejo. Azab goes away. Now Prophet ﷺ is rahmatul lil alameen. He continues with the work. Time of Hajj comes. And Prophet ﷺ goes to the Hajis in their tents. When we go for Hajj in the Khayma, so different people from all areas come. He goes in this Khayma, this tent, that tent, inviting people. Abu Lahab finds out. He keeps watching. When Prophet ﷺ goes in one tent, speaks to people, their hearts become soft and they feel like, accepting. They say, we'll think about it, we'll talk to you later. He comes out, Abu Jahl goes in and says to them, yo people, that person is my nephew. I am his chacha, uncle, don't listen to him, don't follow him. Again, he's hurting the Prophet ﷺ. But Prophet ﷺ is not giving up. Then, in the year 13 after Nubuwwat, at the age of 53, he is allowed to migrate to Medina Sharif. And now in Medina Sharif, his mission is on the ascendancy, going up. Because there was calmness And Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped him, and then, taraqi and rise and barakat started. And within 8 years, he had so many followers that he came to Makkah Mukarramah with 10,000. And Makkah Mukarramah is conquered. And after Makkah is conquered, it comes under Muslim control. All the neighboring cities and towns, they also come to Medina Munawwara. And the whole Arabian Peninsula, Jaziri Arab, responds to the call and da'wat of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And by the time he came for Hajjatul Wada, he had more than 100,000 Muslims followers with him. You see, at the age of 45, in the year 5 after Nubuwwat, how many followers he had? Only 40. But at the age of 63, 3 months before he passed away, more than 100,000 followers. This shows that for the work of da'wat and deen, you have to keep going. You have to keep working hard, making an effort, struggle. And my dear brothers, friends, young ones, over here in Suriname, in Nickerie, you need this effort. You have to go out and you have to invite people. You have to work hard. You have to take this da'wah work as your mustaqil job. इसको एक काम बनाना पड़ेगा. You have to take it on board. And you have to go out and you have to knock on people's doors and call them to the masjid. Only then will hidayat spread among the community. Now, this da'wah work in this form, the work is originally, it's got the roots right from beginning. But in this manner, it started in this manner maybe over 100 years ago, 120, 30 years ago. Hazrat Ji, Maulana Ilyas Sahab, he's a great alim of deen. He used to live in a town called Kandla. He was born and raised there. His father had moved to a place called Nizamuddin, which is near Delhi. It's now part of Delhi. And his father had a small masjid there, and he used to work among people. And his father's name was Maulana Ismail Kandalvi. So Maulana Ismail Kandalvi used to invite people to come for namaz. Little bit of da'wah work initiated by Maulana Ismail Sahab, the father of Maulana Ilyas Sahab. Maulana Ilyas Sahab was in his studies. He was studying in Mazahirul Saharanpur, and then he spent some time in the company of Hazrat Maulana Rashid Ahmad Gangohi Rahmatullahi alayhi. He was young at the time. When Hazrat Maulana Rashid Ahmad Gangohi Rahmatullahi alayhi died, he stayed with Hazrat Maulana Khalil Ahmad Saharanpuri Rahmatullahi alayhi. And he was very paband and punctual of his maamulat, his zikr, his nawafil, tahajjud, ishraq, chasht, awwabin. So he was very pious person, very pious person. So he was taken as a teacher in Mazahirul Saharanpur, the madrasa. He taught for a while, and then Maulana Ismail, his father, passed away in Nizamuddin. So he attended funeral, janazah, but then he came back. Now the people of Nizamuddin, they came and they said to Hazrat Maulana Khalil Ahmad Sahab and them that Maulana Ismail has died. We need someone to do this work and take it forward. Can you send his son Maulana Ilyas with us? So Maulana Khalil Ahmad Sahab gave mashwara that I think you should go. And he told him, don't go, don't give istifa and leave the madrasa. Just take 1 year's leave and go. And then if you settle down, okay, otherwise come back. You'll still have your place of teaching. So Maulana Ilyas Sahab went with the mashwara of his Shaykh, and he started the work, and he took it to another level. He now started going to the neighborhood areas. Mewat area was close by. Now in Mewat, the people had become such that there was no very little difference between Muslim and non-Muslim. People never prayed namaz. And people, believed in everything. In many cases, they committed shirk as well. Many were Muslims, but they only knew kalma. And they had idol in their homes as well. They used to celebrate Eid, but they used to also celebrate Diwali and celebrate the Holi and other celebrations as well. Their libas, their clothes and their behavior was of a mixed type. So Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahab began to go there, invite people, please come to the house of Allah. At the same time, where the masjid was, there was a bus station close by. And people from Mewat used to come here and go to Delhi and look for some job, labor work, kam, mazduri. So they used to go to look for mazduri from labor job. Sometimes they couldn't find labor job. So Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahab would go to the bus stop. And those who couldn't find any work, Hazrat Maulana would call them, come to the masjid, pray namaz with me. How much do you earn? We earn half rupee, 1 rupee. I'll give you half rupee, 1 rupee. Hazrat Maulana would bring them to the masjid. And they would spend the day inside the masjid in the company of Hazrat Maulana. Hazrat Maulana would never order them, do this, do that. No. They would just see Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahab and they would feel like practicing as well. So they start performing wuzu, praying namaz. And slowly, they started coming closer to Maulana Sahab. Then Hazrat Maulana Sahab formed one Jamaat. And he said, you Jamaat, you go in the work of Allah and give your bayan. The first Mewati person who gave bayan was a non-alim. But he was pious, tahajjud guzar, and very muttaqi parhezgar. He gave beautiful short lecture. Hazrat, now at that time, some mashayikh found out that this type of Jamaat is going. And when something new happens, the ulama are really scared. That this is something new, innovation. कोई गलत काम तो नहीं हो रहा, कोई बिदअत तो नहीं हो रही है. So some ulama did inquire from Maulana Ilyas Sahab, what are you doing? Among them was Hazrat Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanvi Rahmatullah. So Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahab went with Jamaat to Hazrat Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanvi Sahab's place. And he explained to him, Hazrat, these are simple people. All we do is go out, knock on people's doors, call them to the masjid. Nothing, just call them for namaz. The aim of this Jamaat is to bring the people for namaz. Just come to masjid, namaz padho, bas aur kuch maqsad nahi hai. Bas namaz padho, namaz ke liye aa jao. This is our aim. So Hazrat Maulana said, well, that's understandable, it's a good thing, keep doing it. And similarly, slowly this work starts. Hazrat Maulana does ijtima in areas. Now in that ijtima, Hazrat Maulana himself travels to that place by bus, by cart, horse cart, and he goes there, attends, stays there for 2 days, 3 days, ijtima, calls people. Now mashallah, the work is gaining momentum. Now Hazrat Maulana is very pious. He was very small, short, very thin and frail, weak. But ruhani taur par, spiritually he was very strong. Hazrat Maulana Abul Hasan Ali Nadwi Rahmatullah Ali writes, we were in one ijtima and we were returning from the ijtima by bus. We traveled and we came to an area, bus stopped, and we had to camp there, wait for the bus for next day. So there was a masjid nearby. We went to the masjid and we were, very tired because of the ijtima, running around, traveling. So we all put our bistaras and lie down. But he says, abhi to hum bistar bichaya aur so gaye. Maulana Ilyas Sahab waited. He saw that everybody is gone to sleep. Then he woke up, he performed wuzu, and he stood on the musalla and praying namaz and then crying in front of Allah. Maulana Sahab said, my eyes just suddenly opened up and I saw that this old man, he's so weak and frail. And look at his condition. That Allahu Akbar, he's so tired, he's more tired than us. And he is standing on the musalla and crying his eyes out in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is how the work started. Hazrat Maulana is a great alim. He is a great wali of Allah. He is a Khalifa of Hazrat Maulana Khalil Ahmad Saharanpuri. He stayed in the company of Hazrat Maulana Rashid Ahmad Gangohi Rahmatullahi Alayhi. And he took it from strength to strength. When Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahab Rahmatullahi Alayhi, was doing this work, he used to take mashwara from Hazrat Shaykh-ul-hadīth, Maulana Muhammad Nickerie Sahab, Nawwarallahu Marqadahu. And Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Nickerie Sahab made a habit of spending the whole month of Ramazan in Nizamuddin. Every year in Ramazan, he would come, and from the first of Ramazan till the day of Eid, he would be in i'tikaf in Masjid Nizamuddin for many, many years. And Maulana Ilyas Sahab would be really happy upon Hazrat Shaykh's arrival. Now Hazrat Shaykh Nickerie is the nephew of Maulana Ilyas Sahab, because Maulana Ilyas Sahab is his uncle. Hazrat Shaykh's father is Maulana Yahya. Maulana Yahya and Maulana Ilyas are both real brothers. So Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahab is the uncle, chacha of Hazrat Shaykh-ul-hadīth Maulana Nickerie Sahab. But Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahab had great respect for his nephew, and he wouldn't make any decisions without mashwara of Hazrat Maulana Nickerie Sahab. So main decisions, he would ask him, what should we do about this? What shall we do about this? Once Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahab